In the studio today, we have two very special guests, Ronnie Smith and Eric Avery, both very talented musicians. And they're here today to talk to us about their music and, of course, what they're going to be doing in the future with their music as well. So how are you fellas doing today?
Yeah,
Good.
going good.
Good. So first off, Ronnie, you're going to tell us about yourself and a little bit about yourself and how you got started with music and what we're going to be expecting in the future with the music that you're going to be releasing, that you're looking at releasing and that.
So we have an album that's hopefully coming out at the end of this year. We're working on some original contemporary R&B classical music. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that we're doing, but now based here locally in Darwin, we'll be here staying, and yeah, you'll see us around doing heaps of music.
I've seen that you've been in other parts of Australia, Western Australia, doing some work with music as well. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So I'm originally from Broome, Kimberley's, West Australia. So I've done a lot of music there. Worked alongside with some really great artists, people such as Lorraine Coffin, the Mexicans, the Pegram Brothers, so many great Kimberley artists that have given me a lot of support and mentoring. I've done a lot of performing in Western Australia, around Perth. I used to be a Motown singer. I was in a Yamaji group, we sang in language, but mainly was based in the Kimberleys, around the remote communities, Bidjiranga, Balgo, Beagle Bay. Did a lot of health programming, music events, health promotion. That's all previous. Hopefully in the future I'll get to do something here, but we'll see what happens.
Yep. So it sounds like you set up a pretty big life for yourself over there in Western Australia with the music and everything that you had going on. What brought you up here to Darwin?
I always loved Darwin in the cultural sense. It reminds me of Broome. So it's the same atmosphere, the same mob, same kind of people. It's just a different place and bigger. So I feel Darwin's like Broome, but bigger and better. So
Yep. So you're a guitarist, but you're also a vocalist. How did you get started with that? What did you want to do first? Did you think to yourself, I want to start singing first, or did you, pick up a guitar and think that's what you wanted to do first, and maybe singing while you were playing the guitar and people telling you, oh, you're good, you should keep doing it, or how did it all happen?
I've recently picked up guitar full time. Back to the vocalist stuff. So I would call myself R&B vocalist, a real soulful, melodic kind of sound, tenor-based vocals. I picked up the guitar full time now. Prior to that, I've only done my chords to my own songs that I've written.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So what brought you two boys together?
I would like to say music. Yeah. So Eric was performing in Broome doing a theatre show production, and we ended up meeting through a venue, and we said, oh wow, let's collaborate on some music, and we actually started collaborating on songs in Broome. And after we kind of stuck together and still making music.
Yeah, oh, that's awesome. Both liked each other's sound and wondered pretty much what could happen if you both connected and made some music.
Yeah, we feel that we're really two unique people and we had a lot in common. So we really felt comfortable, and it shows within our music when we play.
Yeah. So the music genres that you play, like classical and, a bit of soul and stuff like that, would that be your favorite sort of music, or is that just what you like to play? Because I know a lot of people, they play some, they'll be doing country music, but their favorite music's rock and roll or something like that. Would that be the case with you fellas?
Yeah, I think I'm the same. I'm country, basic boy, country bumpkin.
Yeah.
I actually listen to country music, local artists, John Bennett, Pilgrim Brothers. I like listening to country music, but when I express myself, it's through the contemporary R&B.
Yeah, that's awesome. So over to you, Eric. Tell us a little bit about yourself and about your music.
Yeah, I just learnt to play violin growing up, and was involved dancing for a little bit as well, working with different companies, and mostly in music, just sort of exploring just music that I've played since I was young, when I first started to play violin, and exploring technique and how to play in band situations and in contemporary music, because I haven't had much experience in that. Yeah, just sort of growing within music as a blackfellow who plays music violin, which is not very
Not a
common.
very common thing, yeah.
So it's about being resilient within yourself, finding different ways that you can connect with music and people around other Aboriginal people through music. I mean, that's been the best sort of thing with my musical journey. I started to just learn my people's songs from recordings, because where I'm from, we don't have many people that speak fluently the language. So I started to learn language and started to put it with the violin.
There wouldn't be another artist that's done that before, put violin from themselves and having their own voice on it as well with traditional.
Maybe there was, and that's what I've been thinking, because there was other black fellas that played the violin in the south of Australia, from like Tasmania and from Yuin tribe, where I'm from. They played the violin, and maybe they sang. I mean, that's an interesting question, but maybe they didn't. But yeah, I think it's mainly just like learning about the language, and then when it's with the music, I get to I just get to explore how I compose and how I write music for people. And now I'm learning how to be a good backup violinist, and well, actually not learning. I've played violin before in other band situations. But now I'm just learning a bit more finite things, because working with the voice, and working with someone that is a good person to me, and so I get to explore different things within that. And it's interesting because the violin has the ability to shift in different environments as an instrument, much like the voice as well. So that's been very interesting to learn. But I just put everything in the one sort of answer. Your question.
That's all right. So you boys are going to be doing a few shows around Darwin and the Northern Territory. Where you're looking on going, and what we're going to see in the future from you boys?
So we're permanently in the NT now. We're hoping to get out to the remote communities. That's our main target and audience. We want to inspire younger youth and future generations, just to say that uniqueness can be shown from hard work and diversity. We're also strong supporters of the LGBT community. So we think we'd like to give some awareness around that as well, just that it's not so strong in certain areas like music. The barriers around it, being black and having a reference, it's twice as hard.
And talking like this, and sounding like this in the music industry, and being
it's a new
gay
thing.
has been hard, and I think yeah, it's definitely like a thing to look at sometimes. Yeah.
And we're proud of our references. You know,
Yeah.
I'm a dad and I have two daughters that are 9 and 13.
Yeah.
And we know that there's a lot of areas. I've worked in health, I've lived in remote-based community, and we just want to give more support to that kind of area.
Yeah. Show people it can be done no matter who you are.
Yeah, and just to show that it's okay to be you and be proud of it.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yes, well, you're going to have a good chance of being able to get out and about, you know, like you mentioned with the LGBT community. There's a lot of stuff going on around Darwin with that, but also with the music, being able to get out to the communities, because Darwin, you know, there's a lot of Aboriginal communities not too far out of Darwin, and that you're going to be able to have the chance to be able to get out to places like Barunga. There's heaps of other festivals that happen in northeast Arnhem Land, and that I reckon people would be more than happy to have you boys out there performing. And you know, it'll be awesome for the kids to be able to see something different, you know, and another you know, man of colour being able to play an instrument that they probably haven't even seen before, you know. I reckon that would be awesome.
Yeah, we're in the NT, we're here for a while. We'll be doing some workshops and stuff. Eric might be teaching at one of the private schools soon. He's doing work with voluntary work with Darwin Symphony. I'm doing some vocal training and stuff at the uni weekly. But we're gonna be talking to organisations and getting out there, getting our messages across through our music, and just touching base, getting to know most of the people. Hopefully we'll be able to run sessions on giving music lessons to Indigenous mob later down the line. That's one of our goals. But back to our album, to summarise it up, we have a 17-piece album coming out, consists of R&B, country, classical songs, featuring rappers and artists from the Kimberley. And we're gonna do a release here in the NT.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to that, and no doubt the listeners will be looking forward to that one as well.
And the album's called Starting Over, Coming Back.
All right, awesome. So, what can you tell us about the name for that?
So Starting Over, Coming Back is actually one of the titles of the songs as well. It's just to say, like, this is a new me. Haven't changed myself, but just finally being free to express myself. And within my music, we give a lot of positive messages in our music. It's pretty PG rated, but a lot of good messages around health, being positive, strong culture.
Doing a bit more what you want to do than probably, you know, just the standard, you know.
Well, I don't think there's ever been an R&B classical album from any Indigenous person ever.
Nah, I'm a big hip hop fan, and I can't think of any. But I love it when I hear a violin and guitar and rap songs and stuff like that. It just, I don't know, it just makes it so much better. Hey, sounds awesome.
There's specifics, as in classical and R&B, but together. I
reckon it's going to be awesome. Yeah, definitely looking forward to that one. So you're also going to be playing a couple of songs for us today, songs that nobody else has heard, I believe.
They have been heard before.
Oh, yeah.
But we're going to touch base on some unreleased songs.
Yep.
That we're going to present to you guys.
Yeah, awesome. Well, we'll get into that.
You're in my skin, I breathe you out. You believed in me, but I had my doubt. You colored my world from gray to brown. You opened myself up to all things right. I got lazy and too comfortable and took you for granted. Now who's the fault? Pushed you out and let you go. Starting over and coming back. Don't know what I was thinking. Lost my mind and now on track. Well, I can feel you waiting patiently. I sometimes see you creep on, moving ever so slightly. I want to reach out, but I can't. Well, I got lazy and too comfortable and took you for granted. Now who's the fault? Pushed you out and let you go. Starting over and coming back. Don't know what I was thinking. Lost my mind and now on track. I've come to a standstill right here, right now. Can't do this anymore, no matter how. I'll just wait on you. Until hopefully you can come through. Pushed you out and let you go. I'm starting over and coming back.